Hello everyone, and welcome to another InTheMoneyStocks.com market wrap, day trading wrap, and swing trade alerts wrap. First thing I'd like to do is wish everyone a happy Memorial Day weekend. It's Friday afternoon, and looks like the markets did exactly what we talked about yesterday on the report, which was you had a move up on extremely light volume in the markets, and basically we were saying that yesterday that would happen based on the 20 moving average that we hit on the hard sell-off on Thursday, and the fact that the Memorial Day would have traders leaving early for their vacation. As you can see here, this is the daily, and you see the hard sell-off here, followed by the bounce here on Friday, and that was to be expected. You always, whenever you hit a moving average and puncture it like you see here with that little wick, you're going to have a move up the next day in general. It's very rare, unless there's extremely bad news that comes out that day, the next day, that you don't move down. Instead, you'll bounce off that. Having said that, what I'd like to do is just talk about the intraday window again here. And you can see it was pretty volatile in the middle of the day here between 10:30 and 11:30 and 12. You had a move up, then a big sell-off, and again, as the volume decreased down here into the close, you had a steady move up to close up 0.75 on ES minis, the S&P minis. The NASDAQ and the Dow pretty much did the same thing. You had the Dow up a little more than the rest of the indexes. It almost regained all of its points that it lost on Thursday. I think it was down 85 on Thursday, and today it was up, give or take 60 points. And why? The reason being, again, is the Dow's only made up of 30 stocks, and they're weighted differently than the NASDAQ, and it makes it much easier for it to rally. Alright, what I'd like to do today is just discuss what we did or didn't do, and it was a big non-event day for day trading. Anytime you have such light volume, you kind of just step back from the markets and take your time and really search out day trading options if there is such a thing. And everyone remembers that yesterday we were holding on to the ASTI, okay? And what you can see here is that Thursday, we had held the swing trade overnight for a possible move up, and we did get that. It would made it very tough to sell right at the high here. If we had sold it right here, we would have basically been flat to positive on the trade. Instead, we took a small gain here of just $10 on the following day and just cut it loose. And as you can see, that was the exact right position for doing that, because look at the rest of the day. It trailed, and even in the strong market, this stock's not ready to move up yet. Even though you've had a nice sell-off here, it's below the moving averages, and it's just not worth sticking with, especially on this tiny volume down here. So what we did was we recovered $10 worth, let it go, and we moved on. Alright, we did not pick up any other trades the rest of the day. We kind of took a day off today. And the reason being is, again, on the light volume, you never know. And in addition, when you have a 3-day weekend, you just never know how the markets are going to open up on Tuesday. So, having said that, we just stayed on the sidelines, took a breather from day trading and swing trading, and we have a couple keys that we're looking for next week, but until then, we're just going to stick on the sidelines and let things do what they will. And what I'd like to do is just go back to, let's go to the Qs chart. Alright, here's the Qs chart, and again, you can look at it on the daily here, and actually the Qs look even weaker than the ES, and the reason I say that is because we punctured the 20 and closed below the 20, and the bounce hit the 20, but it didn't get above and did not close above. So what we're looking for is, believe it or not, we're actually looking for a small move up again on Tuesday, because traders usually don't come back right away on Tuesday to heavy volume. So what we are looking for is a light day on Tuesday, which when there's light days in the markets, you're generally going to have an up move in the markets. It's very easy for the market makers and everyone, and the big hedge funds and the big players, to push the markets up on very light volume and just squeeze the shorts even more. So we're still looking for that on Monday. However, because this is below the 20, and if it doesn't close above the 20 on Tuesday, we're looking for another sell next week. We might even get down to the 50 moving average at some point next week or the following week at 45.34, which would be basically $1 lower on the Qs, which is a nice move down. Alright, so stay aware of that. You can see here we have a negative on the stochastics, and look at the volume on that big sell-off day again. Remember, I told you yesterday how big that volume was. Almost double the average daily volume from all the other days. You had 200 million traded on the Qs, as opposed to every other day only slightly over 100, especially on these green days. Look at how small they are in the green, and look at the reds. And this is a negative again. We hate to see this. Well, when you're bullish, you hate to see this. When you're looking for a pullback, this is telling you more and more that something's coming. All right, so what I want to quickly do is just look at a couple things for Tuesday here. And one is this stock here that we're keeping track of for a swing trade. Look at this sell-off here. Look at the stochastics bottoming, and look at the large volume here, all right? What this is telling me, or telling us, is that you have big players begin to pick up position down here, and you're going to get a bounce sooner or later. So one thing we're watching for is, for a swing trade alert, is the SHOE, Shoe Pavilion. It almost looks like, if you can see, it made a little bit of a wick here, and that's actually a bullish signal. So, and this little flip up in the Stows could actually give us a nice move back. You could actually see $3 on this thing again within a week or so, and that's a huge percentage gain. So keep a watch on that one. And we do want to say again is that if you want these alerts and the buy and sell alert prices, you must sign up for our swing trade alerts, which is again till the end of May. It's only $99.95 per month, and you can lock that in. Once May is over, it's going back to $129.95. So please get in when you can. Lock in that price. You will make that money back 10 times over in a month, if not more. It's well worth it. And again, we might even play this for a day trade. If this looks like volume's coming into the upside and we're going to get a 20 to 30 cent move in this, we'll jump on board as a day trade on Monday. On Tuesday as well, if it looks like it's going to do it. So that's one of the key plays we're looking at. And again, keep in mind that technical analysis tells the tale. You might have horrible news, you might have crazy things going on in the market, but when the technicals point a certain way, what will happen happens, and regardless of news or anything, it's all factored in the price. So that's why we read technicals primarily, and that's why it's so key. So again, sign up for the intraday stock chat, and come join me in the day trading chat room, and let's make some big money this next week. We had a great week, as you can see in the P&Ls last week, and we're going to do it again. We'll post all our P&Ls starting Tuesday again for the week, and we'll continue to make lots of money, we hope. In addition, please sign up for the intraday, the swing trade alerts, and get some quality calls based on pure technicals. And technicals, again, they tell the tale, so join in, and let's make some big money. All right, guys, have a wonderful weekend. Hope you enjoyed this, and keep up to date on our website or on MySpace or on YouTube. We're listed on all of them. These videos are available for free, and they tell the tales of what we're looking at, and we hope to see you in the day trading chat room and the swing trade alerts. Have a great Memorial Day, and I'll talk to you soon.